Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. Today we are going to start work on a project for Davey in Athens, Georgia, and he has a design that he wants us to help him with. He has sent us the some measured drawings. This is the drawing. And what we're going to do today is we are going to actually build a template for this guitar. And then later on, we are going to actually build the guitar. But I thought maybe y'all might like to see how we take a picture, a full-size picture, and turn it into a guitar template. Now, there's lots of ways to make a guitar template. This is only one of them. So we are going to do that. So grab some cocoa and let's get started. Okay, so you don't really need to have cocoa, but you know what? It's winter, so why not? So I've got some sharp pencils and I've got a bunch of measuring tools here and I got a straight edge. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to start with a center line on this, our template stock. And I'm going to come down. I already very cunningly measured where the center line is, so I know I'll need to put my center line on the board at 7.5 inches. Just so that the drawing is going to fit, you know what I'm saying? And using a sharp pencil, I'm going to draw our center line. Okay, so if you look at, Davey sent a couple of drawings. Here's the drawing that we're going to be using the most today is what the body is going to look like drawing. And it's got a Jazzmaster trim and it also has a Telecaster neck pocket. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay those out first because I already have a template that has a Jazzmaster trim and I already have a template that has a Telecaster neck pocket. So the first thing we're going to do is we are actually going to lay out a Jazzmaster trim. And we're going to use the same center line and we'll draw and everything will be wonderful. Okay, so we could go ahead and lay all this stuff out, or I can actually go to my pin router right now. I can double stick tape this guy on here because I know it's going to have one of these. So I'm going to double stick tape this template down, or I might actually screw it down and then we'll go over to the pin router and make it happen.
As I walk, each step I take, the arms are laid down at my feet. The enemies are pinned with no advance and no retreat. They were once advancing, they're retreating now instead. They are under siege, they will starve or eat their dead. My skull's a prison wall and I'm breaking out. I dig myself a hole and I'm climbing in. I'm triumphing the end.
Okay, so we now have the Jazzmaster trim pocket routed. Now, I had actually drawn some lines on here that might have confused some people. So like this line here where the that looked like a Jazzmaster trim pocket is not where it is on the other side of the board. I was just drawing this so that when we made these videos, I would, I kind of like to do a little bit of this stuff before, so I figure out what I'm talking about. So anyway, I have drawn a line around the Jazzmaster trim template, and I'm not going to draw lines for any of this other stuff because it has to match up with Dave's actual drawing, but I know this is good. So now we can pull easier said than done. Now we can pull the template off and we can lay out some of the other stuff. Okay, I tell you what, this is a lot more difficult with no cameraman because I'm having to do all these weird steps. But okay, so here is the trim that we just did, and here is the template. I have measured from like the end of the guitar to the end of the trim route, from this to the center line of the where he wants the bridge to go, and from the end of the guitar to the end of the neck pocket and a few other different places, and I've transferred all those measurements onto the board, and you can see them here represented by this line, and this line. This is the end of the body. This is the line where his bridge saddles are going to go, and this is the end of the neck pocket. Now here is a Telecaster template, and what we're going to do is we are going to just butt the this back of the neck pocket right onto this line here, and I've already checked to make sure that this is going to be long enough to work with his design. So we are going to double stick tape this guy onto the board exactly like we did the trim, and then we're going to go and we're going to cut it out exactly like we did on the pin router.
I'll show you how I'm willing to lose, and that's how I win. In the wild, when it rains, seek shelter or get wet. And if the hunger finds you, you can eat.
All right, so we have our trim route and we have our neck pocket route. Now we're going to work on the where the pickups are going to go. He has this center section here is for the pickups, and there is a line differentiating it between this other section here that is probably going to be deeper for stuff like controls and toggle switches and stuff like that. So we are going to make this guy first, and of course I have already transferred over all the marks onto our board. And what I've done, so you can see that here, I've got some of the same MDF that we've been using on the other templates, and we're going to double stick tape that to the lines that I already have, and then we're going to go back to the pin router and we're going to cut this section out.
What you can catch, the laws down in the wilderness are difficult to bend. If they won't bend, we'll break them. We shall perish or ascend. My skull's a prison wall and I'm breaking out. I'll take myself a hold and I'm climbing in. I'll triumph in the end and I'll show you how.
Now I went ahead and attached this Telecaster template just temporarily to give me something for my pin router table to ride on so that I'm not, wiggling all over the damn place. Shit, I didn't press the button. Okay, so just to recap. We have our trim route, we have our neck pocket route, and we have the pickup route. And remember, this is all upside down because this template's going to go on the bottom of the piece of alder that we're going to use for this guitar, and we want all of this stuff that's on this side that has all the lines drawn here to look right. So we still have to figure out how to make this this route here, but I want to be sure and have this pickup pocket be separate from this electronics pocket. He's got some controls and some switches and stuff like that. So we want to have this be nice and we want it to look good, and have this be one depth, and then we want this guy to be a separate depth. So we'll probably make another piece for this this cavity cutout here. But what we're going to do now is we can go ahead and trim the just right along the line with a razor blade or an X-Acto knife or something. So we are going to do that now.
And that's how I win. Gods on barren peaks, throw light and heat with no regard.
Okay, so we have now cut out the body from the drawing here. And I could glue this down, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and line it up. Remember, if you take anything from this, it's that the center line is the most important thing in when it comes to doing this. So I'm actually just going to line up my center lines here, and I am going to just kind of stick this template down with some masking tape in a few areas and draw around it, and then we'll cut it out on the bandsaw. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna go over to the bandsaw and we're going to rough trim this out. We will get up to the line with a sander, but a couple things I want to show y'all before we do that. We're gonna go ahead and, let's see, extend the neck pocket here. And a pet peeve of mine is when the neck pocket is undersized of the neck. So I'm gonna stay probably, I wanna stay like a good 1/8 of an inch on this template, and then actually fit the body to the neck. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's go to the bandsaw and make this thing happen. So this is actually going to be a really svelte little guitar. It's going to be cool though. So I think I'm going to call it a day on making this template for now, because it's really a pain in the ass to do this without a cameraman. I've got some other stuff to do, but in the next installment we are going to be sanding the edges smooth and getting all the way close to our line here, and then we will make the control cavity layout. So yeah. So if you guys have any questions about what we did so far today, or if you have any comments, please leave them in the section below. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. If you guys like content like this, why don't you go and check out our Patreon page and consider becoming a member over there. We are entirely viewer funded, so that's a cool way to help us and support the channel and all the neat stuff that we try to bring to you guys. Let's see, if you can't do Patreon, we totally understand. But feel free to share this video as many places as you like. And if you are wanting to have your own offset guitar or any other guitar, or you want a template made and you want the guitar made, we can help you out from making the templates to just doing the woodwork or making the whole damn guitar. So, until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, build it yourself or have us help. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I wanna play my guitar the only way I